Good morning, class. We are going to practice with some brand new handwriting letters. The first letter we're going to do is A. With A, we want to start at the top where this one is and go down. We're going to go back up to the top to bottom. Then we're going to go to the left, or left to right. Top to bottom, left to right. With B, top to bottom, then we're going to go to the top, left. We're going to make a loop, then another loop. These are fun to make. Top to bottom, left to right, loop. If I'm going too fast for you and you need a little bit more time, go ahead and pause the video while you're practicing. On a C, C is different than some of the other letters. For the C, we're actually going to start at the right and go to the left and around. We're kind of going to make a half circle. So for C, we're going to start on the right and come around in a curve like a half of a circle. D, we're going to go back to our left-hand side and we're going to go to the top to the bottom. We're going to go back up to the top, left, and then we're going to go to the right and we're going to make another curve, half circle, kind of like we're going to make a backwards C. So top to the bottom, left to the right, curve. With E, we're going to go to the top, to the bottom, go back up to the top, from the left to the right. Then we're going to go right in the middle on your left-hand side, left to right. Then we're going to go right to the bottom of our line and we're going to go left to right. So top, bottom, left to right, 3 different times. That's for E. For F, back up to the top, all the way to the bottom, top to bottom. We're going to go back up to the top, left to right. Then we're going to go right kind of in the middle, and we're going to go left to right. That is for your capital F. We're going to kind of do the same thing that we did with the letter C. We're going to go to the right and then go to the left, and we're going to make almost a letter C. We're going to go from the right, and we're going to make a curve around, like a little bit, almost to a circle. And then we're going to go right kind of in the middle to the, like right in the middle to the left-hand side. And we're going to make a short line, left to right, very short. And then we're going to take, where we ended that line right there, we're going to go to the top to the bottom. And that is G. Kind of looks like a C with a 7 in it. For H, we have two lines that go down and one that goes across. Start at the top and go from the top to the bottom. Then we're going to go over a little bit and we're going to go from the top to the bottom again. So it's like you have the number 11, and then you're going to take right in the middle, and then you're going to go right in the middle right here. You're going to go left to right. And there is your capital H. Remember, it kind of looks like a number 11 with a line through it. I. With the letter I, we're going to start in the middle, and then we're going to start at the top. We're going to go to the bottom. And then we're going to go to the top of where that line is, and we're going to go to the left. Then we're going to go left to right. We're going to go to the bottom of the line that we made, and we're gonna go to the left and then to the right. Letter I. All right, for J, we're gonna start in the middle like we did with the letter I, but just a little bit over. And we're gonna go from the top to the bottom, but when we get to the bottom, we're gonna make a curve. So top to the bottom with a curve. It's kind of fun to make. Then we're gonna go to the top of that line, and we're gonna come over to the left a little bit, and we're gonna go left to right. And there is our J. Kind of fun. For our letter K, we're going to go top to the bottom, and then we're gonna come over here, go over a little bit to your right, and we're gonna make a vertical line going down. So we're gonna top to the bottom, kind of like just slanted. And then we're gonna go for where we went from the top to the bottom for the 2 line, and we're going to make kind of a slant going top to bottom. So we're gonna go top to bottom 1 time, then we're gonna make a slant top to bottom 2nd time, and then our 3rd time we're gonna make another slant. Top to bottom, slanted in toward that 1st line, and then slanted out for that 3rd line. With the letter L, we're gonna go top to bottom, then we're gonna go to the end of the line that we just made over here on the left. We're gonna go left to right, and we're gonna make the letter L. Letter M. This one actually starts on the bottom, and then we're going to go from the bottom to the top. Then we're gonna make a little bit of a slant, going top to the middle. Then we're gonna make a little bit of a slant going up, kind of like a V. And then we're gonna go from top to bottom and come all the way down. Bottom to top on the letter M. Make a little bit slant going down, a little bit slant going up, and then a line from top to bottom. The letter N. Letter N, we're gonna go back up to the top, and we're gonna come all the way to the bottom. Then we're gonna go back up to the top, and we're gonna make a little bit of a slant line going all the way down, top to bottom on the slant line. And then we're gonna go back up to the top for the number 3 line, and we're gonna come all the way down. So we're gonna go top to bottom for the 1st line, top to bottom with a little bit of a slant for the 2nd line, and then we're gonna go to the top to the bottom with our 3rd line, and that is letter N. Letter O, what a fun letter. O's just keep going around. So we're gonna go right in here in the middle, and then we are going to go to the left. And then we're just gonna go all the way around with a little bit of a curve until we meet back at number 1. That was a fun one. Letter P. Letter P, we're gonna go back up to the top, and we are going to make a line going from the top to the bottom. And then we'll go back up to the 2 for our 2nd line. It's gonna be kind of like a half of an oval. So we're gonna start at the top, and we're gonna go from the left to the right, and we're gonna go all the way around with like a half of an oval, half of a circle kind of. And that is P. With the Q, it looks like someone already wrote on my Q without an erasable marker, so it won't come off. So I'm just gonna go over the previous writing. We're gonna start at the top, right up here. That's where our 1st line is, and we're gonna go from the left to the right, and we're gonna go all the way around like a circle and meet back up at the top. And then we're gonna go kind of just a little bit off of where the circle is. And then we're gonna make a line, a slanted line from the top to the bottom. And that is your cue. It's just a circle and then a little line. That's kind of a fun one too. R. We're gonna go from the top to the bottom. Then we're gonna go back up to the top and we're gonna make a half circle, half oval, kind of like we did with the letter P, but we're gonna add a little bit more to it and make it an R. So once you make your line from top to bottom, we're gonna go back up to the top and we're gonna go left to right and we're gonna make half a circle. And then we're gonna go where that circle is right there. See where that line meets right there? We're gonna go left to right and we're gonna make like a slanted line going down. Start right here onto your right hand side and we're gonna go all the way to the left and we're gonna make kind of like curvy lines, kind of like a street, like all the way around. That's kind of a fun one too. Let's go all the way around like an S, kind of like it looks like a snake too. Letter T. We're going to start in the middle and we're gonna go from top to bottom. Top to bottom. And then we're going to go over to our left-hand side of the paper, right on top of that line, of that first line that we made. And we're gonna go from left to right, and we're just gonna make a line over, and that is our T. So just one line top to bottom in the middle, and then we go right where we had that line on top, and we're just gonna go left to right. Letter U, top, and then we're gonna go all the way around to the top. V, start at the top on the left-hand side. We're gonna make a slanted line going down, and then we're going to go over to the right and we're gonna go from top to bottom again, and we're gonna meet up with that other line, a little bit slanted. W, we're gonna go top to bottom, and just like our V, we're gonna make a little bit of a slanted line going down, so top to bottom. And then we are going to start at the bottom of this line, and we're just gonna make a short line going up, a little bit slanted too. And then for the third line, we're going to start at the top of our second line, and we're gonna go down, matching where that line is. And then for our final line, we're gonna start at the bottom, and we're gonna go from bottom to top all the way up. X, the top to the bottom, but we're gonna slant it. We're gonna make it slanted. Then we're gonna go make the second line over here on the right-hand side. We're gonna go top to bottom with another slant, and we're gonna cross line one. So top to bottom for our first line with a slant. And then our second line is over here on the right, and we're gonna slant it going down the letter Y. We're gonna go from the top, and we're gonna go to top to the bottom. We're just gonna make a short line. Just make a short line like that. And then we're gonna go to the top over here to the right, and we're gonna make a long slanted line that goes past this line. So top to bottom, all the way down. Y. We're gonna start at the left-hand side, and we're gonna go left to right. Left to right. And then we're gonna go to where we ended that first line, and we're gonna go from the top to the bottom on like a little bit of a slant. And then we're gonna go from that second line, we're gonna use it to start our third line, which we're gonna go left to right, and then we're gonna go over. And that is Z.